Hey everyone, Matt here with Moesif to show you how to set up behavioral emails within Moesif. So as part of Moesif, if you come to our behavioral email screen, you'll see that we've got a few templates already created. So we have a rate limit warning, onboarding guidance, integration errors, API abuse warning, user blocked, a deprecation warning, and a blank so that you can create your own custom template. For our example now, what we'll do is I'm going to create a rate limit warning behavioral email. So I'll click on this, and you'll see that it says this will create a new email draft and cohort rule to automatically send emails to users who exceeded over 1 million API calls in the last 24 hours. I'll say OK. What we can do is we can actually edit this cohort. So maybe our rate limit is lower than this. That's absolutely OK. What we'll do is we will change this cohort so that it matches whatever our criteria is. But for this demonstration, what we'll do is add in a hello email. What I'll do is add in a from address. So we'll do Matthew@moesif.com. From, so we'll do Matt@Moesif. So we could also send this to a certain courtesy copy address. We could also do a blind courtesy copy as well. We won't do that right now, but what we will do is take a look at the template here. So we see that hi, first name, so this is going to be a dynamic parameter. We just wanted to let you know that you exceeded the rate limits in the last 24 hours using the SDK, and then we can send it the user agent.name. When rate limits are exceeded, your API calls may be rejected with a 429 too many requests. So what we're doing here, and this is going to come from Acme support, so what we might want to do is actually change this, and we might say, Moesif support or whatever company that you're doing here. You can edit this. And you can also set it up as a recurring workflow. So eligible for re-enrollment after, we can say that maybe we only want to limit this to 1 per day. So we'll do, after 1 day, they're eligible for re-enrollment. So 1 day. And then this will become a recurring email. So every time that they basically run into being part of this cohort, it's going to make them eligible to be re-enrolled, and then it will send the email again to them. So you don't have to do this, but if you do have an email that you want to send on a recurring basis, you can do it this way. So now what we can do is we need to set up our email server. I won't actually go through this part, but what you will want to do is grab your SMTP server credentials and basically plug them in here so that Moesif will actually use this SMTP server to send off the emails. So you could use something like SendGrid or AWS SES. Any type of email provider is going to work for you, no problem. And then what you'll do is you'll click Create, and then you can do a test to make sure that the email actually comes through as well. So we could do it to Matthew@moesif.com, and it will send a test email to make sure that the SMTP integration is set up correctly. As you can see right now, SMTP credentials not found, so this won't work. But once you plug it in, it will. And we also want to make sure that we have turned this specific email on. And then what I'll do is click Save. Now our email is saved. It will not work right now because we don't have the SMTP credentials plugged in. However, once you plug those in, you will see this become active. Now, last step is just to quickly change our cohort here. So what we'll do is come over to our cohort. Actually, we'll go this, and we'll come over to user analytics, and we can see users who exceeded over 1 million API calls in the last 24 hours. What we'll do is we're going to edit this, and we'll say, let's just say our limit is only 25. So we'll do 25 API calls in the last 24 hours. We can get rid of this portion here. And we'll do event type is API call, and we'll set our limit to 25. Then I'll do save cohort. Now you can see that this cohort has been saved. And I'm going to come back over to our email screen here, behavioral emails. You can see that I have the rate limit warning email. So I'm going to click on this here. That will bring this up. And now you can see that our cohort has been changed, which is users who exceeded over 25 API calls in the last 24 hours. We can change the criteria, no problem. And if you remember from our cohort tutorial, Any cohort that you create, you can create a behavioral email for, and that is how this is powered. So it's powered through those cohorts. So anytime that someone becomes part of a specific cohort, that is how they are eligible to be part of this email send. And with that, that is everything that you need to know about setting up a basic behavioral email. We specifically looked at rate limit warning, but there's lots of templates available that you can use. And if you need to create something custom, you can also do that through a blank template.